Greetings, everyone. My name is Steven Sudweeks, and this evening I'd like to introduce you to a new mechanic that I have added to my Tournamental levels. This mechanic was originally designed by a peer of mine, Dawson Bug. Sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. But yeah, I'll start off with showcasing you the three levels that I've made around it here in the game. And then after that, I'll go into the editor itself and show you the blueprints and how those worked out. So the mechanic that I'm introducing is called Mirrored Companion, and it's exactly what it sounds like. You have this companion who matches your every movement. Something important to point out, you notice that if only the player goes into the winning tiles, or if only the companion goes into the winning tiles, you can't progress. It's required that both the player and the companion go into the winning tiles to be able to progress the game. And now with this level, I have added in my bomb mechanic that I used earlier. And I also point out a new feature with this, or new part of the companion, where he doesn't have any arms, so he's not able to interact with any boxes. I had to end up going this route because I was having issues with implementing him being able to interact as well. But I figured this was a pretty good compromise for that. So, in order to free him, since he can't move anything himself, I have to come over, move a box from him for him, that way he can be free. Then I'll just quickly go over this. This was the bomb that I had from before. Whereas you move it, it has a timer that goes, well, not a timer, with each movement it progresses the bomb until it finally explodes and take out the wall. You just gotta get your AI and player to line up again. Then this last level, I thought I would take it just a little bit more, making it so the player has to use up a bit more of their stamina, think a little bit more when it comes to getting their companion free and using their stamina to make sure that's a good balance of things. So we'll get these moved out of the way first, so that way the companion isn't in our way the whole time. We can make our way over here, free the companion. Make our way back to victory. Okay. So to go through and explain it, I didn't have to touch much of what I did before, but I'll just showcase what happened here. This was me attempting to make the AI able to interact. It wasn't able to work, but that's something that I'll probably go more into later on my own and see if I can get that to end up working. Now, as for how I got the AI to work, was actually relatively simple. Again, here's that broken off interact since that wasn't able to work. But in the entity AI blueprint, I made custom events for the move forward, backwards, right, left, and the broken interact. And then all I did was just call on the player movement code. Oops, my bad. I just called on the player movement code that's already happening here in the player and just connected that right in. So that way every single time over here in the player graph, the player blueprint, whenever the player puts an input and the player moves, it then immediately goes and calls those very same events we have here, which then those events just go back and call these functions. And that's how the player is able to move. And then to get access to those events, we just went up to our event begin play here, got all actors, or got actor of class for the AI, promoted it to a variable, and that's how we got access to those. And then down here, I also added this on for it. So this is the section that makes it so that you have to have both the player and the, it sets it so that you check the current tile and see if it's the tile win, and if it is the tile win, then it passes that on to set the variable player on. And then entity AI does the exact same thing, but for the AI. And then I forgot to bring up the folder for it. But if I go to the tiles, tile win, this is the other change that goes in line with those. The changes I was just talking about here with setting them on. Once it detects that something's entered, it get the actor of class for both of those, both the player and the AI, so we can get access to those two variables. Then we run a branch where we check that the AI is on and that the player is on, and if that is true, then we proceed with the normal code for running the win conditions, where you disable input, play the sound, the particle effect, and then proceed to the next level. Then the only other thing that I had to change for this was in the tile message, because as you noticed when the AI went on those tiles, it popped up his own unique message. And to do that, all I did was come here to the tile message, blueprint, added a cast to entity AI, and essentially just put this exact same code here, made its own variable string for AI message, and made sure that that was set to instance editable, so that way you can edit it just like the other, well, just like the player message, an interactable message. And that is everything I had to cover. So thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and hope you have a good day. Thanks.